The moon hung high in the inky black sky as I drove along the desolate country road. The surrounding fields were shrouded in darkness, their secrets hidden from prying eyes. I clutched the steering wheel tightly, the only connection I had to the outside world, as an unsettling sense of unease settled upon me. It was just past midnight, and I found myself regretting my decision to take this lonely route home. The wind whispered through the open windows of my car, carrying with it a chill that crept up my spine. Shadows danced at the edge of my vision, elongating and contorting with each passing moment. A primal instinct within me urged me to turn back, to seek the safety of the city lights, but a stubborn curiosity compelled me to continue. As I drove deeper into the countryside, the road became narrower and more treacherous. The branches of ancient trees loomed over the road, their gnarled fingers reaching out as if to snatch me from the safety of my vehicle. I felt a growing sense of isolation, as if the world around me had vanished, leaving only the void of darkness. Suddenly my headlights flickered, casting eerie shadows on the road ahead. My heart skipped a beat, and a sense of dread gripped me. I glanced at the dashboard, hoping to find a rational explanation for the electrical malfunction, but the gauges showed no signs of trouble. Pressing on, I realized the silence had become deafening. The usual sounds of nature had vanished, replaced by an oppressive stillness. My breath hitched in my throat as I noticed movement in the peripheral of my vision. Dark figures darted among the trees, their eyes glowing with an unholy light. Panic surged through my veins, but I kept my focus on the road, refusing to give in to the paralyzing fear that threatened to consume me. A flicker of relief washed over me as the faint glow of a distant farmhouse came into view. It stood like a beacon of hope in the desolate landscape. However, as I drew closer, I realized that something was terribly wrong. The windows were shattered, the front door hung precariously on its hinges, and an air of decay hung heavy in the air. An inexplicable force compelled me to stop, against my better judgment. I stepped out of the car, the crunch of gravel beneath my feet sending shivers down my spine. As I cautiously approached the farmhouse, the dread within me grew with each step. Shadows danced within the dilapidated walls, and a chilling wind whispered through the broken windows. I entered the house, my footsteps echoing through the empty rooms. The stench of decay permeated the air, causing my stomach to churn. I stumbled upon a scene of horror in the basement, the remnants of a ritualistic ceremony. Symbols were etched on the walls, bloodstains adorned the floor, and an overwhelming presence lingered in the room. Before I could react, a bone-chilling growl filled the air. I turned, and my heart sank as I came face to face with the source of the malevolence. A creature, half human and half monster, stood before me. Its eyes burned with an otherworldly fire as it let out an ear-splitting scream. Terror gripped every fiber of my being as I fled from the farmhouse, my every instinct screaming at me to escape. I jumped into my car, the engine roaring to life, and sped away as fast as I could, leaving behind the nightmare that had consumed the countryside. As I drove, I glanced in my rearview mirror, half expecting to see the creature pursuing me. But there was only darkness, the road stretching out behind me, swallowed by the night. I had escaped, but the memory of that nightmarish encounter would forever haunt my dreams, a constant reminder of the horrors that lurk in the deepest corners of the country's uncharted landscapes.